As you say, boss. Dwarf fort indeed, Squig. Right, yeah, there's just a bunch of corpses over there. So what are we under siege by? Right. They literally just showed up too. Dem humans. They don't have that many... Well, they do actually kind of have a lot of crossbowmen. Because I bet that we could fight them. Anyway. The real question is, how full is this with bodies? Pretty full. What they want from me? That's a good question. I wouldn't let some adventurer have a book. And then after that, they became, at war with me. So I'm assuming that's got something to do with it. But yeah, most of the humans are up on the side of the hill, I think. Yeah, they're all up here. What material is that? Oh, it's casterite, alright. It's really hard to, like, kind of... Oh, there they all are. I was gonna say, it's hard to, like, judge how many there is when they're all, like, on the hillside. Man, my eyes just, like, full of sleep, apparently. It's making seeing difficult. Don't know who the dead dwarf is. It's humans and horses, clearly, animal. Capital H's are horses, and the U's are humans. Different weapons based on color. To anybody who doesn't know. Someone got bit by a cave spider. That's unfortunate. Alright, well... So I do have a squad of pretty decked out sword masters. We can probably just shred them. Like, legendary swords dwarf wielding an adamantine mail shirt. A named adamant short sword. That has 3 notable kills, 3 other kills. It's killed 3 forgotten beasts. You know, Santa's Workshop would be a really neat overhaul mod. It really would be. I'd be super in for that. This poor dwarf. I really, really wished that I had pewter. Or powder. So that my dwarves could actually, you know, fix their broken bones instead of just, like, limping around for all eternity. I feel kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel kind of bad. Let's place some more coffins. Horses and ogres. That would be a weird army to have both horses and ogres in it. Like a really weird army. We're just placing some more slabs to honor the dead. I think this is 2 slabs to the same dwarf, actually. But it is what it is. So we'll just wait for those coffins to get put down there. Don't I just need splints? I thought that you need pewter as well. I mean, I can make some extra splints, but... I'm pretty sure you also need casts for the bad breaks, but I could be wrong. I have job cancellations turned off because we get mass cancels if I leave them on. Let's turn it on for a second and see what we get. Casts or splints. Okay, well then we're making splints. Got a lot of dwarves with broken bones just like tripping around. They're not too happy. What are you so upset about? You were okay a second ago, Bone Carver. Oh, you're just generally haggard? It's unfortunate. Then again, I'll bet you that those coffins are pretty heavy, so... I'm sure they're not fun to install. What do I need? Ah, we out of wafers. I think we might be out of wafers. I wonder how many strands we have. Did those pop up in thread? I want to say they do. Okay, I got 50 adamantine strands. We just need those wafers to get made. Let's, just remove all of those for right now. Because we run out of wafers just so we don't get the job cancels. It's gonna take a while. So we've mined out a lot of adamant. We found some massive spires of it. The problem is, you know, it's very likely, if we keep mining it, that we could run into some real good fun. But I don't know if I necessarily want to hit some of that, because I really like this fortress. And I know some people in chat also really like this particular fortress. I was really upset when Scrumpet died. Scrumpet was one of our swords dwarves who ran outside to go grab a new helm during one of the fights, at which point I locked the door and never checked. Poor dwarf starved to death. You like the diagonals? Diagonals are fun, aren't they? There we go. Getting everything installed. How you been, by the way, Perilous? Hope things have been well. That dwarf is moving mighty slow with that coffin. Or is that even a coffin? No, he is holding a coffin. Okay. Just couldn't see it when he was standing on top of the graves. Get that thing installed, come on. Should just be working on those lead cups. Because you're stitching panels together? What happened to your greenhouse and why do you need to stitch the panels back together? Alright, we're just gonna fight the Hummins. Pull the lever, pull the lever. Going to set my squads to inactive. Okay. That's a lot of square footage you've saved. I just wouldn't build that indoors. I'd build that outside, or wherever you're gonna put it. Lock the dwarves to the main levels. Cancel the jobs. And now we wait. I'd expect to see these guys immediately start pathing down. Yep, there they go. Fair enough, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna have to do more work disassembling it to get it outside again, but more power to you. This poor little yak calf over here. Let's just slaughter it whenever it gets down. Even though it's starving to death. Probably doesn't have much fat left on it. There's so much dead, I can't tell what's alive down here. So how's your weekend going, Fuzzatron? How is everyone's weekend? I think you all know how mine is, based on my descriptions of pain. Man, so many of them are just chilling. Are they sending out like a scout group or something? Or are they just like actually, you know, they might just be straight up sieging me? Yeah, I think they're doing that. Humans are annoying. Because they siege. What, a lazy town? Yeah, because they're all locked in my tavern, my dude. Well, we got different things to deal with. We're not annoying. You want to bet? The forgotten beast, Usu, has come. A towering blob composed of water. It has 3 long curly tails, and it has a gaunt appearance. Beware its poisonous gas. Made of water. That thing's gonna fall apart real easy. I'm gonna send the B team. Come here, Blobkins. Seems pretty cute. Yeah, it's like a giant water driplet. Whoever gets there first is gonna get a kill. I have a feeling. Like, I'm not even too worried about the gas, I'll be honest. I mean, it could hurt somebody, but I'm not too concerned. Charge, Metroid. Also, a lot of the idlers are children. And I think it's worth mentioning I don't worry about idlers too much. If dwarves want to idle, they can idle. I was just making sure they could actually get to it. Oh, here they come. And it's dead. Spear Dwarf got the kill. Wow, that's short. Forgotten Beast misses the Spear Dwarf. The Spear Dwarf strikes the Forgotten Beast in the right tail. In the right tail with her named weapon, and the 7-part sails off in an arc. Forgotten Beast misses. The Forgotten Beast strikes. The shot is blocked. The Spear Dwarf stabs the Forgotten Beast in the upper body with the silver spear, breaking away most of the tissue. Now has a kill on a Forgotten Beast. Let's see how you feel about this. Didn't feel anything after seeing a Forgotten Beast die. I mean, obviously. Revok didn't feel anything when she saw the Forgotten Beast die. Her right cheek is mangled beyond recognition. She's 137 years old, born on the 1st of Granite in the year 127. Mighty and slow to tire, but susceptible to disease and slow to heal. She has an unbreakable will and a very she's a very deep well of patience. That's the word I was looking for. And a sharp intellect and a very good sense of empathy. And a good kinesthetic sense and the ability to focus and a good spatial sense. But has poor creativity. Or no longer looks like a cheek. Personally disregards tradition and dreams of mastering a skill. She does not generally respond to emotional appeals, and she is somewhat scatterbrained. She is sloppy with her living space, and she has a greedy streak. She is brave in the face of imminent danger, and she tends to hang on to grievances. She is moved by art and the natural beauty, and she is troubled by this, since she dislikes the natural world. She is pleased by her own appearance and talents, and she needs alcohol to get through the working day. She doesn't really care about anything anymore. Not true. You're not accusing me of anything. I'm a very neat person. I've become a total clean freak ever since last month. I vacuum like twice a week. I clean everything like twice a week instead of letting my ex do it, or making my ex do it because she never did any of the cleaning. They're good dwarves. Alright, humans. They're actually just sieging us. That needed cleaning last month? That is disgusting. I just did laundry last night and I'm wearing all clean clothes. It feels nice. Got home at 1:30 in the morning and put in a load of laundry and then went to sleep. Woke up to swap it over to the dryer around 8 o'clock in the morning, and then got up at 9 and had nice warm clothes to put on. It was the best thing ever. Clean your laundry, kids. It's worth it. Yeah, most of my idlers are like going from one temple to another in a lot of cases. Oh, you know it, animal. Oh, you know it. Seriously though, dwarves that are sloppy with their living space are real fucking annoying. So the door is open. So we need to be very careful that they don't like come in and attack us, because they're just gonna decide to attack us at some point. And if they get into the fort and we're not ready, and they just are like, yeah, we gonna murder you now, we could lose a lot of dwarves all of a sudden. Like that human right there. Those humans right there that are slowly, ever so slowly, walking into the fort. My eyes keep watering. You know that feeling when you have a lot of sleep in your eye? I have that right now, except like perpetually. It's quite annoying. Like, I feel like I have an eyelash in my eye. Alright, we got a human coming in. This guy right here must be the leader. If you will. Well, he's certainly at the head of the charge. The human X-Man. What do you look like? Her extremely dense, straight hair is extremely long. She has a narrow chin, and her somewhat broad ears are nearly fused lobes. Her head is tall, and her extremely short, dense eyebrows are slightly low. Her lips are very thin, and her hair is cinnamon. Her skin is pale taupe, and her eyes are dark chestnut. Must be mutiny? No, the way humans attack is they'll siege, and then they'll send out, like, small groups to, like, soften you up before the actual first squads hit. Alright, so what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to pull a lever. Once all these humans are in. Because there is a horse in the actual entryway right here. Most of the dead dwarves in the hallways around here aren't actually my dwarves. They are enemy dwarves, slaves, if you will. You just like running in to kill. Looks like it. Getting a little bit overzealous, are we? Alright. I'll send out the orders. There's the horse. We'll get rid of the cam. Can I get a round of beers in the chat for these dwarves about to go to war? Stabby Mull already down to human. That human that we were reading the description of specifically. But yeah, no, this is like the scout group that is like scouting ahead. What in the hell happened to you? Right eye is cut open. How did that happen? Swordmaster. Spear Dwarf. What are you fighting? Okay, so... maybe you need to go to the hospital, Spear Dwarf? Alright, so... Denzin is fighting with the next squad of humans. Seemingly alone. And absolutely annihilating them. Just in a martial trance all alone. Bits of human flying everywhere. I think that's probably Stabby Mull coming in. So only... no humans are actually left from the fight. Alright, let's send the dwarves back. I really don't want my dwarves dying here. There's another human kind of popping their head up, poking their head in, right up here. Win against wave 1, at the very least. Right, so the human seems to be backing up. There are a few humans kind of in the pit. There's the panicking horse. Let's pause the game for a second. Let's look over at this. Okay, so most of the army is still in there. So it's just a few squads up front. Wonder if that horse is a messenger, running back to tell the rest what's going on. The fact that most of them are dead. Wait, hold on. Is this one of my dwarves? Yeah, that's one of my dwarves. Let's just kill this guy. Okay, that's one dead. And that's two dead. Azuravad, who is one of my swords dwarves. Alright, so hopefully you turn around and head back inside now. Yeah, it looks like it. Cool. So now that we've smeared a bunch of corpses along the pavement, we can head home. I just need to keep an eye out for more. Best part is we didn't lose a single dwarf. At worst, they feel uneasy, but most of them seemingly seem fine. Where are you headed, animal? You should be inside. Just gonna make sure you don't go too far. And thank you very much to everybody who's hanging around in this stream today. As per usual. Alright, well, not sure what you saw, but... or where you were headed for. What you were headed for. But, I see you're thirsty. Go get yourself a drink, Dwarf. You got plenty of drink. 500 drink, in fact. 500 measures of drink. And we're also cooking masterpiece meals from the looks of things. We're gonna begin brewing some fresh drinks. Dwarves always like a good fresh drink. Are they just like chucking their adamant swords everywhere? Yeah, like not not a good thing, guys. Come on. So now it's just going to be a matter of keeping an eye out for the humans and when the actual wave comes. Because there will be a point where they properly attack us. And they haven't yet, but there will be a point. I checked my email, I'm like, why do I have 4 emails? And they're all from my parents. Saying, hey, we should all go get vaccinated for shingles. I'm pretty sure I am vaccinated for shingles. It's a very parental email to be sent out. Alright, where are we at? Humans? This is why humans are annoying, is because they just like they set up camp somewhere. And they just try and wait you out. It's annoying. Because outside they will most certainly win. But in the tunnels we'll win. I know what shingles is. But I got vaccinated relatively recently. It's just kind of funny that I have a whole bunch of emails from my parents saying, hey, go get vaccinated for shingles. It's like, I think I did, though. Yep, it's chicken pox, but grown-ups. Yep, I had chicken pox when I was younger. Not everybody gets it, actually. Must be a hell of a view from up there. Looking down over this deep chasm. Then at the bottom just filled with the remnants of battles and mucus and pus raining from the sky. Yeah, you can get both. But supposedly you're less likely to have shingles if you've had chickenpox. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, never mind, we already killed it. I was like, are we fighting another one? Yeah, no, it can be deadly in seniors. Kind of like what Tapioca was saying, but... Especially if you have a really low immune system. Like, it can really mess you up if you're older. Alright. Dwarves are getting a chance to go pray, that's good. Getting a chance to pray and just idle in the tavern, which is good. I mean, I have, but... Fairless. It's actually pretty big billboards saying, hey, don't get shingles. Alright, are they actually... Wait, hold on a second. Did what I think just happen? Okay, never mind. So we have a Tenchming scholar who's toppling statues. For a second there, I thought he was doing that in the temples. And I was just like, uh-oh. Which, for those of you who don't know, if someone defiles a statue in a temple, fun happens. Yeah, I remember my older sister got shingles. It wasn't that bad. She was fine, for the most part. I just remember her being cranky for a little while when she had it. I would actually really like that to happen, Metroid. I feel like it would be a fun event. Just to witness, because I've never seen it. I know what happens, but I've never seen it happen. Scholar Arctic is fighting. There's arguments in the library, probably over some philosophical discussion. It's driving each other into a rage. So I need to set up the fortress in a way so that we can actually get traders here. Because currently we can't. Cyclone! It's good to see you, by the way. Cyclone, are you a fan of Ailstorm at all? Because goddamn, that was a good show. Also, the opener was solid. Like, I'm really happy I went for the opener. Normally I skip the opener, but... To teach your bookkeeper to cook? I mean, I don't know why not. Assuming your bookkeeper has time to cook, I don't see why that would be a problem. I mean, I used to... I've had many a vampire migrate into the fortress. Just kind of naturally. Right, I was gonna drop a boulder on something over here. Didn't end up doing it. Well, on the bright side, we don't have anything mandated right now. Yeah, no, totally. I don't know if it's not... I think that librarians, by that logic, would also have the same requirement. Never seen a red flashing X on a dwarf before. It's actually kind of weird. This, on Rayvac. This was the dwarf that got the kill on that Forgotten Beast. I'm not holding anything weird. You have a fever. Interesting. Yeah, I knew that his eyes were in trouble. It's possible. I thought we had soap. Let's make some soap real quick. Pretty sure I have ash. So let's just queue up some lye. Let's say 30. So we're set to main levels, which is... You know, actually, let's screw this human siege right now. They're taking forever. I'm just gonna close these two doors. And we're gonna focus on getting some soap made, because I think I'm out of soap. Sure, tapioca, but regardless, I need to turn my burrows off. So we need to close this door. Moth Hunter, I hope you're doing well. How's your day been? Yeah, no, Cyclone, I'm excited for next week, because next week I get to go see Ensa for him. But tonight is also going to probably be pretty rad. Lazy? Everything hurts. That's the only way to explain it. Everything hurts. Alright, so, okay, so I should be able to turn on some job cancellations now. There's gonna be a lot of job cancel spam for a second. How was the concert? Everything hurts. My knee collided with a barrier, but aside from that, it was good fun. Whole lot of good fun. That's a pretty good example right there of what the concert was like. There's also some pictures up on Discord if you want to see them. Over in Music Talk. I'm assuming I have a dwarf assigned to lye making. But if I don't, you're a ranger. You're wielding a steel crossbow. Man, I need to just get all of my rangers into the military, because having a ranged squad would be nice, and they don't really do much. Oh, I think the dwarf died. Did he? Haven't found him dead yet. Yep, he's dead. Nope, never mind. Are you still alive? Spear Dwarf? Yeah, you're still alive. Going to go shear. Yeah, no, it was a good time. I'm in a lot of pain, but it was a good show. It was worth it. Let's make sure I have an ashery. Yeah, we have an ashery and a soapmaker's workshop. Good stuff. All right, so now I just need a dwarf to. I just need a dwarf to go do stuff in the ashery. I'm assuming that job would be wood burner, yeah? It's my cook. You've got no job, you've got no job. You're a planter. Let's leave you on farming fields, but we're also going to put you on lime making. Open question to everybody out there in the realm of the internet. Do you have any plans for the remainder of this lovely Sunday and your weekend? Aside from just watching possibly one of the nichest streams on Twitch? Truckin'? Truckin' USA? What are your big plans in CDDA? You got an escort? Oh, really? As in like a female escort, or as in like a truck escort? Like something escorting your truck? That sounds like some sort of weird mods I'd stay away from if I were you. Alright, let's see. Is anybody actually making lye? It's possible we need buckets. Alright, well, we're currently out of raw adamant, so we're gonna stop extracting adamant strands. And to drag home tons of lumber. And then you have a base to build. Well, best of luck. You build up that base? Car with the weaves in front? I don't know what you mean by weaves. Animal, now you're just spewing out bullshit. well, I do have plenty of Tower Cat blogs over there. You mean a siren? We're out of melt designated items. Good, good, good. We're preparing lavish meals. We're brewing drinks from plants. Finally got internet back? How long's it been? Fabsomniac. Since you last had internet. Because over here, we're just, you know, taking our time and quietly waiting out a siege. We killed a bunch of them, but they refused to come inside, so we'll wait. We've got lots of time. 3.5 weeks? Holy fuck. I basically sold Risk of Rain too? Gotcha. I mean, I remember your name, but, here's the real question. Did I do it justice? I've basically sold a lot of people Risk of Rain 2 at this point. That game is really good. And Mr. Monty Ponty, hello. Yeah, we might need buckets. I'm sad I can't make rock buckets. Maybe, am I just short on woodcrafters? Got a butt ton of clothers. No, we do have a woodcrafter right there. What are you gonna do once you're done storing that item in a bin? Ah, okay. There you go. I need those splints made. Oh shit! So normally I do push-ups and sit-ups for subscriptions, but I went to a metal show last night, and I feel like my knees are gonna, like, split in half if I do something like that. So thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. It means a whole lot. Guys, can I get a round of beers in chat? And, like I said, normally I would, but I'm in pain in all of the places in my body right now where they shouldn't be in pain, and it doesn't feel good. But it's okay. I will live. Just need a couple of days to recover. And thank you for tuning in for some Dwarf Fortress. Kind of a less known game than Risk of Rain. Well, less viewed. Let's try just turning off all hauling. Because I really, really, really just want you to go make wood crafts. Alright, that also might have something to do with it, the fact that my carpenter is literally just like spazzing out in the corner. You're also having a spaz attack. Great. All of my dwarves are going insane. Can you do carpentry, please? After you're done pen pasturing this bunny. When your adventurer got smashed by his own dislocated leg. Care to explain how that happened? How does one get smashed by their own dislocated leg? I have several questions. And I feel that these questions must be answered. I mean, my knee-jerk response to, how does one get crushed by their own severed leg? My knee-jerk response is very carefully. Is how you would do that. You do it very carefully. It's one hell of a way to go, though. Goblin got angered and your dwarf laughed? So the goblin just, like, pulled your leg off and crushed you with it? What? Chat room, what's the weirdest death you've ever seen in Dwarf Fortress? Okay, whose horse is this? Is this my horse? Why do I have a horse? I'm gonna slaughter that. Maybe we can use the horse to make soap. Pure, utter humiliation. What a way to go. What a way to go. I feel like I need more carpenters. Or at least more dwarves with the carpentry and woodcutting skills assigned. You're a fishery dwarf. I really don't need you on fishing. Also, Fabs, if you would like a dwarf, let me know, eh? Just let me know what job you want. Or what job you would want. If your own castle in regular mode, after that you kind of somehow lost the nerve for the game. Wait, me flooding my own fortress made you lose the nerve for the game? What? Because I did that recently. Like to be a smith. Well, we have a metal crafter available. Oh, and you dug too deep? Okay. I mean, don't dig too deep. Or just be careful about it. Apparently you've become haggard. I'm going to give you a different dwarf. One that is not haggard. How about this furnace operator? Okay, this one's fine. Learning curve? I mean, if you've dug too deep, you know how to play the game. She is exhilarated, remembering performing. 32 years old, born on the 17th of Felsite in the year 232. What was once a thin frame is now bearing enormous thick layers of fat. Her very long, neatly combed... her hair is very long and neatly combed. She is slightly wide-set, with silver eyes are round. Her eyebrows are quite dense, and her somewhat short ears are somewhat narrow, and her head is tall, and her hair is pale chestnut. Strong and tough, and slow to tire, but slow to heal. Likes earthenware, copper, star ruby, cages, toy axes, the sight of the smile of desserts, and when possible, she prefers to consume pearl mullet beer and olives. I like olives. She personally hates those who wield power over others, and strongly values tranquility and quiet. believes those who sacrifice for others should be deeply respected, and finds the ideas of independence and freedom somewhat foolish, and dreams of mastering a skill. She is impervious to the effects of stress, and she seeks out exciting and adventurous situations. She is conflicted by this, since she considers tranquility preferable to tumult. She's conceptually. She relies on the advice of others during decision making. I think we scared the rest of chat away, Fabs. This is what I get for calling Animal a bad troll. I swear there's other people watching. Alright. You're not scared? What? What? I mean, we're all scared here. You'll float too. You'll float too. Made a bucket and a splint. You just sucked their energy. Yeah, no. That's fair. There's a whole bunch of Crundles on the map somewhere. They're still sieging. Looks like dwarves are running down to the lower layer. So this is kind of our big project right here. Our big project is I am building or attempting. This is an area that I have hollowed out. There's blood at the bottom because some dwarves got deaded. So don't mind all the blood that's down the stairwell in here, but this is all adamant. And long story short, we're kind of channeling out a lot of adamant. It's very dangerous, but, you know, it's fun. What's the worst that could go wrong, right? I'll always float. I need to watch the new It. I heard really good things. And then they went and made a sequel to it, and I also haven't seen that. Which I've also heard really good things. You're not very greedy? Type an exclamation point vid, go to my YouTube channel, and go to the video called What Happens When You Dig Too Deep. A mud man. A humanoid made of mud which lives near water underground. I've never seen a mud man before. Huh. Interesting. It'll have to sneak up on you? Alright. Well, then you shouldn't watch any of this stream right now. If you don't want spoilers, just an FYI. Because it is extremely likely I might hit them. There's also a bunch of Rathrus over there. And here come the squads. Mudman is dead. Let's kill some Rathrus. These things make for good training. You're playing vicariously through the asking? Okay, sure. But videos don't count as playing vicariously through the asking? Just seems a little strange. I'm not certain I agree with that as well. How the heck do they get there? I guess they can walk around the edge of that little mushroom tree. Gotta be live. Alright. Alright. So do you have a funky definition of spoiler? My friend is being very indecisive. He's like, I'll be there between 2 and 3. Then he sends me another text, maybe closer to 4. He just sent me another one. Maybe later. It's like, just fucking tell me when you're gonna be at my house. You never liked the asking? Lazy Noob Pack? This is not ASCII that you're looking at right now. It's a kind of an ASCII-ish tile set that uses some ASCII, but it's mostly not. Most of the game that you're looking at right now is actually nicely drawn little pixel sprites. Alright, my friend's still texting me. Dude, I gotta work, like... Some people. Mind, I don't know what that means. Hello, how you doing? I'll say this. Initially, Lazy Noob Pack is much more eye-friendly, but it only takes a couple of minutes for me to get used to a different tile set now. Once you've kind of played with one, everything just kind of looks the same. I actually helped my older sister learn the basics of playing Dwarf Fortress just using vanilla. Like, she just has only really generated worlds and just reads the stuff, but just playing the game, she's like, oh, I know what that is. Okay, I can figure out what that is. Okay, I can figure out what that is. Like, it's not hard. Drinking the whiskey? What kind of whiskey? It's still too much. Like I said, it's just something you get used to. I don't actually think I have a leather worker right now. Tapioca. How insane are you? You're pretty sane. Do you have leather working set? No, you don't. But now you do. Okay. Leather cap. 50. There you go. Well, sort of Sajarja, so there, yes. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't even know what language that is, but cool. Do you ever have that feeling that you're like, man, I just learned something? Yeah, some of the more graphically intense ones are a little bit much. Like, Mephs is way too much for me. As nice as it looks, it's way too much. I think that something like Space Fox is much nicer. You never have that feeling? What? Where certain tile sets just feel messy? Or too detailed? I prefer less detailed tile sets, I guess. Is what I'm saying. Either more ASCII or less detailed. If it's less detailed, it's much easier for me to follow. Oh, that you learned something? You never feel like you learn things? That's a pity. Almost dropped my phone on the floor. Should leave it on the desk. Instead of on me lap. Oh, we're bringing up more adamant. How's the channel digging going? Channel digging's going good. Digging through more adamant from the looks of things. We're storing stuff in stockpiles. Yeah, I like the look of Space Fox. Space Fox is like one of the tile sets that I do actually like the look of. It's nicely minimalistic. Yeah, that and the included ones are pretty good. Oh, shit. Toulon, as the Weaver, has given birth to a girl. Iton. The Dwarven baby. First words are Gamma. How adorable. Wow, you're actually a really strong baby. She's very agile. She's a good feel for social relationships, a great deal of patience, and the ability to read emotions very well in a way with words. This dwarf is gonna be great things. She personally sees lying as an important means to an end and respects power. Instead of the different XY sizes? I tend to agree. I think I know what you mean, Bubblehead, but I tend to agree. How you doing, Bubblehead? Yeah, animal. Exactly. Jeez. I mean, how many little kids are born and then immediately start playing with Barbies? You know? Or like dolls. Or action figures. Isn't that kind of a similar thing? Maybe not quite to the level of Dwarf Fortress, but... No newborn? Okay, maybe like a 1-year-old. Dwarves mature much faster than humans, okay? I could really use a good meal. I'm so worried. But we have lavish meals. Go get your good food. Still haven't made any lye. Do I not have any ash? Like, is that the problem? You're making charcoal. Pretty sure I had ash. Those are in... Yeah, I got 50 ash bars. I'm very confused by this. Smartphone raising children is scary to me. But I guess that's just me getting old. Like, children's childhood just looks so fundamentally different than the way even mine did. It hasn't been that long. Let's just engrave a memorial, because we do have at least one dwarf that died. Recently. Tickets is what you're looking for. Storm Scourge. Exclamation point tickets. With an S. You'll get it eventually, I'm sure. Flea bum, strand extractor, store item in barrel, job item misplaced. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen job item misplaced. If you change your name, just tell me and I can give you new tickets. But yes, my bot can only track one name, but I will still have your old name so I can merge the two together. But you have to tell me if you've changed your name. Because I won't know. Just don't do the, oh, well, guess what my name was before, because I won't know. What did I need to do here? Soap, why are you being so difficult? Game. Maybe once charcoal's done. Be right back? Alrighty. We'll see you when you get back. Oh, absolutely. But you should... My mother actually works with young children and was talking about how it's rapidly becoming a problem that kids can't hold pencils. Apparently we have some crimes, right? Yeah, Id, the scholar that broke those. I don't even think you're a resident. You're just here. Yeah, this guy. You're just living in the fort. Needs lye containing item. Alright, so we do need buckets. Make that room used by justice. That's a room. That's a room. I made a bunch of adamant chains because I, you know, wanted to make sure that the dwarves would be happy, right? In their new prisons. To become 10 soap, I just kind of force it and then make like 24 soap and then just forget about it, and then several years later in game I'll be like, oh, I have no soap, and then I'll make it work again eventually. I'm just confused as to why no one's making lye, because like so I have an ashery. Yeah. We have the soap maker's workshop, we have an ashery, so they should be able to do it. There's people with the job assigned. Unless lye is made at a not ashery and I can't remember how to make it. Wiki! Rendered kitchen. Make ash and wood furnace. Done. Make lye at ashery. Yeah, we got plenty of tallow. But anyway, as I was saying, my mother works with young children, and she has problems with kids who can't pick up pencils because the muscles in their hands have not developed enough picking up small objects, like, you know, playing with tactile toys and just using tablets and phones, that they can't pick up and write with a pencil, which is scary, in my opinion. What the heck are those hostiles down at the bottom? Oh, cavefish people. They're still cavefish people. Neat. Hopefully they don't just go die. I think we just went and killed... maybe not. What kind of macaroni? What you putting on that macaroni? Yeah, it's really easy for a responsible parent to set that stuff up, but... if the adult knows what the kid is looking at, it's generally not too bad. Also, things like that new, what's it called? Apple Arcade would be pretty good for a kid. I'm just saying. Apple Arcade would probably be great for a child. Because, hey, here's like 100 games you can just go download and play. $5 a month. Sounds tasty. Past that. Friend of mine's texting me again. All right. How many Z levels of wafer are in the world gen? I seem awfully calm. I mean, why would I not be calm? And I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. Do I have plan for the clowns? I do have a way of locking them in the bottom level if I need to. But it's more of a, you know, this fortress has been around for 15 years, and if it ends, then that's okay. We'll move on. I wouldn't mind moving on to another fort. But if we don't run into clowns, and the more adamant stuff we get, the better. Do you always need a plan for the clowns? Like, I don't need to defeat hell to be satisfied with a fortress. We did find them very, very high up. You never managed to stick to them that long? Yeah. They're a clowns monster? Do you want spoilers? Some people are sensitive about spoilers, so people call them clowns. Build an epic killing floor and kill clowns en masse? You mean atom smashers? Well, then plug your ears, Perilous. You delicate fucking twat. Long story short, Storm Scourge. Also, did you change your name? Because you were asking about that earlier. Long story short, you can dig deep enough to fight the powers of hell. And if you're not careful while mining adamant, you can very easily encounter demons. And then have to fight off the hordes of Satan. Which is like, well, what if suddenly, like, 150 forgotten beasts spawned? Also, most of them can fly and make fireballs appear. You're Storm Hunter 14? Okay, sure. I can move your tickets over. I kind of thought you were, but I'm never certain. So I generally don't ask, because there are some people who frequent this channel that are different people that have very similar names. There we go. I just blended the two accounts together. So if you type an exclamation point tickets, that'll give you all the tickets that you have. Okay, so that seems like most of that Z level worth of adamant. How deep is hell? That's for me to know and you to maybe find out. If we run into it, I'll show you. It's hard to tell. It's one of those things where you don't really know where it is. Basically, like, I will never fully understand why so many people whine about the spoilers for Dwarf Fortress, because it's literally spoiled in the intro to the video game. When you turn the game on for the first time, what can you find in there? What would you imagine is in hell? I mean, here, I'll link a thing. 2 seconds. Warm stuff. Magma. Duh. Right here. I'll link a video. So this was one of my Today in Dwarf Fortress videos. And there you go. That's us literally hitting it. Also, apparently that video hit 1,000 views. Neat. You're watching that? Yep. So that'll give you a pretty good idea of what it's like to dig too deep. I wonder if they can even reach that. I actually don't think they can. Is this dwarf stuck? I don't think so. I actually saw somebody set up a table in hell and a tavern, which was pretty funny. And then after, he was just like, where are all the demons? Where'd they go? And then after he set that up, then they got flooded, which was pretty funny. Did I miss your questions? Possible. What was your questions? Let's scroll back up. Can you actually affect the world? Can you actually affect the world gen in a significant way that you can build up several forts? I don't know. I'm not the person to ask. You love the narrator skeleton? What, like the intro work? You should thank Cooler for that stuff. All of the skelly stuff that's drawn is Cooler. Cooler_SK. He also does all my thumbnails. And this emote, this emote, this emote, this emote, this emote, this emote, this. All of those ones, Hidro. As well as my intros and outro screens and my push-up screen. What's going on? We streaming Dwarf Fortress is what's going on. What's going on with you? Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. Yeah, I have no idea why they're not making Lie. They have everything they need to make Lie. Everything that they need to make Lie. I'm just sore beefish, because I went to a metal show. And it feels good, but I hurt. Everywhere hurts. And I'm going to another one tonight. Do they have cake? Probably. No, they need alcohol to work properly. Food is an option. Contains dwarven wine. It's a tanner shop. I like how the kitchen is made of lead. Dwarven ale roast. This is a stack of 29 ale roast. Ingredients are superiorly minced yak tallow, superiorly minced sheep tripe, and well minced dwarven wine, and finely minced dwarven ale. Prepared sheep brain roast. This is a stack of 18 exceptional prepared sheep brain roast. The ingredients are masterfully minced sheep tallow, exceptionally minced chopped sheep liver, and exceptionally minced sheep meat. Masterfully minced prepared sheep brain. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? They're fun, Stormscourge. But you respect the vibe. What are you into then? Beefish? This was a pretty light show. The show I'm going to tonight is going to be much heavier. Vaporwave? Okay. I've been to some synthwave shows. I've also been to... I've never been to a vaporwave show proper, but I've been to some, like, abstract noise shows. Shit's cool. I enjoy that stuff. Like retro pop and all that fun stuff. Like Neon Indian? Gotcha, gotcha. You can. But you need a lot of dwarves fully decked out in extremely good gear that all have extremely good mental fortitude. And you also need to be really lucky and kind of get them in a... You can do it. It's just unlikely. Also, like, in the case of that video, a lot of the demons actually killed each other. The whole VOD's up on the YouTube channel as well, so you can go look at it if you want. But, they actually killed each other more than I killed them. Like, half of them were made of salt, and then there were these guys that were made of flame. The ones that were made of flame were just, like, melting the ones that were made of salt. So they'd shoot out fireballs, and the salt ones would run through the fire and burn. No, they don't attack each other, but sometimes their effects can kill each other. Like, yeah, exactly. They're like elementals. Well, here's the thing. They can be made out of anything, right? And they can also have any ability. So maybe they're made out of stone. Maybe they're made of glass. You could have a whole bunch that are made of glass, right? Because you get a whole bunch of different types. Sometimes they can just kill each other in the process. So, like, when I first saw them, I think, like, half of them died before they even got to me. Granted, the ones that were still alive were not fun. Gas demons? You mean America? Gas demon blows? Those are oil lovers? Close enough. Alright, let's check in with that human siege. Okay, it looks like they're actually ready to attack us now. Let's pull that and pull that. Turn off job orders so that we don't get the cancels. You did not know about the Great Undersea? What, the Magma Sea? You've never hit the Magma Sea before? Magma Sea is cool. Well, actually, it's very hot, but, you know. Yeah, looks like the humans are actually ready to fight now. Well, wish us luck, chat room. We're sure as shit gonna need it. That's actually the reason I like D&D. Or, not D&D. That's the reason I like Dwarf Fortress, is because to me it's like playing D&D, but I don't have to actually go through the effort of interacting with other people. If that makes sense. Like, that's the one thing I've never liked, or the two things I've never liked about D&D. Thing number one, you have to find a group of people to play it with. Number two, you have to like that group of people. Every single time I've ended up playing D&D in my entire life, I've ended up disliking the people I've played with. Granted, that's a me problem, not a problem with actual D&D. But it's just the combination of having to organize and meet up with other people is just a pain in the ass to me. And of course, you know, if you enjoy it, you put the effort in and do it, but... Yes, Cooler. I hate people. We figured this out years ago. Yes, you have to have a really good DM. Are they actually not sieging me yet? You need a really good group, and you need to communicate. Because some players are far away. A lot of people do that. Maybe they're not ready to siege me yet. They just want to keep standing in the mountains of pungent slime. I mean, we're not going to go out there and fight them, so they got to come into us. There's a bunch of dwarves running inside. These are all visitors. Game is saving. All right. I don't hate people. I dislike having to organize to meet up with a group of people, unless it's for work. If it's for work, I'm totally fine with it and I'll go through the effort. But if it's literally just oh, I need to meet up with these 3 people, it's just frustrating to me. Alright. Where the hell are they? Kind of thought that they were ready to come in because of the fact that they're all standing out here. This weird feeling they're all just gonna, like, book it. Like, this guy seems ready to come in. This human lasher. I don't think he's going to. I think he's just gonna walk back outside. What, in D&D or just in life in general, mind? Because yes, I agree with that very much so. And autumn has come. Well, fine. If you idiots don't want to come into the fortress, I will lock the doors again. Your window of opportunity is shut. I got garbage I need to clean up in my kitchen because it's rotting. Life in general? Yeah, no, I can respect that. I see where you're coming from. Pull the lever, Krunk. Go, Grunark! Grunark was actually a child that grew up in this fortress. Spring has sprang from a bush. The English language is marvelous. The mayor is conducting a meeting and there's literally nobody there. Although, like, literally no... Literally no crimes currently, which is nice. Tantrums have more or less stopped. So even though we still have some pretty depressed dwarves... The word cockpit never ceases to amuse you. The joystick? Mm-hmm. The joystick in the cockpit. Yep. Nothing weird going on here. A lot of things about the English language never fail to amuse me. Need my craft stores to be doing something. Gotta get more strand extractors, extracting strands from the adamant. Take that, Death Stranding. Does it take to extract a strand? One? I can't tell if that's a serious question. Silly, what's up? How we doing? How's things been? Well, I hope. It's just you being silly. I think that the existence of Death Stranding makes strand extraction in Dwarf Fortress significantly funnier. Like, seriously. There's tea on your monitor? Maybe you shouldn't put tea on your monitor. One to hold the strand and the other to pull the rock from it. I really wish that were true. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Silly. Only now getting better? I got sick from stress earlier this month. For different reasons. I like that combo a lot. Cooler. You did a damn fine job on that emote. Hey, Cooler, if I send you this tile set, would you make the dwarves look different? And tweak the walls a little bit? Just give them a different pattern, instead of just like that brick pattern. And change the dwarves up a little bit for the next fort. I think it'd be kind of neat changing it up just a tad. I can also tweak the colors again. Which way? I don't know. Just make them look a little bit less like teardrops and maybe a little bit more dwarfy. I was also thinking about like swapping out the night creatures for the more traditional N. You could try. I mean, you can get it just by typing in this. It's right there if you'd like to try. Just for funsies. It's just the imager file. Just keep it all the same color scheme because I don't want to have weird colors running around. More Scully? More Dwarfy works, or Scully. I think Scully for, like, if the military dwarves looked like they had little skull helmets, that would be incredible. So for your game, B-Lug, are certain levels hand-designed and then the rest generated? DJ Scully. Oh, God. Tapioca has created a masterpiece sheep bone figurine of short-assed oiled feral. Cool. Some levels are hand-designed. Okay. That's why you put a spoiler on that, then. Planter cancels. Okay, you know what we need to do? Because I got a ton of cages. Let's remove these. Jay, let's place in some cages for the zoo that I totally never actually worked on. Giant Olm. All right. What else do we have? I think all the Drothlas should go in their own area. So I had this area all whipped up as a zoo where I was taming animals. And then bad things happened and I got distracted and I never really went back to it. So let's restart that project a little bit. Is it X? That's the button I'm looking for. Giant cave toad, giant olm. The two toads can go over here. Three toads, actually. And we can try and tame them, and then we can eat them. Apparently we have another cave crocodile, so it can go over with this one. We also supposedly have a grackle, whatever the heck that is. What about the engraved walls? The engraved walls are like just repurpose other sprites, yeah? So they'll just take stuff that's already there, kinda. We're gonna go uninstall all of those old cages. Oh, they made a global holiday tree? Neat. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I have a Christmas version of Crypt Calcium. But I think we should also make a holiday version of Crypt Comfy. Just maybe give him a white beard and then make the hood red. Just make him look like a Santa emote. Yeah, I know you can. Cooler. I like them though. I like knowing where my engravings are so I don't accidentally dig through them. Speaking of which, let's throw some in this hallway. Christmas lights in the beard? That might be hard to see, but maybe. Regardless, I can't really afford to throw more money at Cooler for emotes and stuff until the first, when the Patreon money goes through. All of my monies are very carefully budgeted right now. I have all my money for these concerts this next few weekends, and those are all pretty clearly set up and defined for me. Black coffee. Drinking some right now. How's things? Me? Whoops. I hit a skip by mistake with my coffee mug. I'm doing all right. I'm in a lot of pain because I went to a metal show last night. So there's that. But outside of that, I'm doing pretty swell. I hope that you are as well. Alright, dwarves hauling very heavy lead cages up. Been working a lot, gotcha. Surprised I still have a voice. I'll just, link that. I'll just link that. No alert? Oh. No, there's no alerts for continuing gift subs. I didn't even see that. Like, there is no alert for that. So it's not that the alert's not working. But when it runs through and becomes a actual sub, it will. But thanks for continuing that. Silly? I didn't design it. Thank you very much, though, Mind. Seriously. Yeah, they do, and I've never bothered. I'll be honest. Because I think I see one of those gift sub continuation things getting set up like maybe... Or people continue gift subs in this channel maybe once every other month. So, Blue Chimp, what's up, dude? Thanks, Mind. I'm glad you like the streams. I like them too. That, and I really don't like the way Streamlabs has everything set up these days, to the point where I'm not going to continue using them come the end of December. We're gonna move everything over to Stream Elements. They got, long story short, they got bought by Logitech, and I don't like the direction that they're going. I really don't. So I need to stop using them. Yep, and I like the people over at Stream Elements. They have enough people working there that I know, that I like. That I want to go with them instead. Alright, let's go into the animals screen. And set a bunch of these to be trained. Then once they're trained, we can eat them. This giant olm is named. I wonder if it killed a bunch of my dwarves. We must feast on its flesh. And then once they're tame, I can butcher them. Otherwise, they'll attack me. We also have a blue jay, a cardinal, a grackle, and another cardinal, which I think is interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, and Stream Elements is trying to lock everything behind their own app store, which I hate. That is true. Streamlabs was bought by Logitech, yeah. It was announced during TwitchCon. What's even better is I know somebody who works at Streamlabs and she didn't know. She didn't know until an hour into the convention. Wait, really? What emote was that? Because that's kind of funny. Making those bone crafts, or making them leather caps. Still preparing lavish meals. Still brewing drinks from plants. We're out of meat, though. An updated version of Bella Love. Fair enough. I don't know. Something I do need, though, is a BRB screen. Like, legitimately, that is a thing that I need. So I've, like, never had a BRB screen. Alright. Siegers, where are you guys at now? Did their horses leave? I think their horses left. Yeah, the horses all left. Why do the horses do that? Beer beast? Masterpiece Cave Spider Silk Cloth. Would you look at that? Alright, let's see if those humies, the hummas, are ready to let us in. There's a dwarf stuck in here. Who is this? Is this a peddler? Oh, it's just a peddler. Silly peddler. Coffee, actually. I don't want to just look like an alcoholic on my channel. Be like, have some respect for me. But here's the thing, I wouldn't want a full screen BRB screen. I mean, it's common sense, man. I have a beer emote, but like, and I do like beer, but I ain't no alcoholic. As much of a meme as it is. Uh-oh, somebody's really stuck. Let's turn off the burrow for a second. And then turn it back on. Let's see if these humans are coming inside. Or are they just having panic attacks? So we'd probably win this fight, but outside, we certainly won't win the fight. Sure, but like I said, I can't afford to commission big art from Cooler right now. Besides, I think it's probably wiser, personally, to put funds towards upgrading the setup and making the setup better than just art. By the way, just because a few people have bugged me to do this over the past few weeks, I did actually make a public Amazon wishlist. If you scroll down, it's beneath all of the Amazon links under the stream, next to the Humble panel. So, it's there if somebody wants it. Uh-oh. They're shooting at something. Oh. It's a wombat. Or a wolf. It was a W. What was that? That they are shooting at? A wolverine. Alright. Come on, humans. Come fight me. You know you want to. There is a direct entrance into the fortress. There's nothing in the way that could possibly kill you. Just dwarves with adamantine swords. Which I'm sure is enough to kill you. Still just like waiting. I guess not. Like, I like goblin sieges so much more than human sieges because goblins like don't fuck around. They're just like, yeah, okay, we're gonna fight you. Whereas humans are like, we're gonna hang back and wait you out. And it's like, well, dwarves are self-sufficient, so good luck. A little bit like annoying, if I'm being honest. Anyway, on the topic of a BRB screen, I'm gonna go take a piss. I will be back in a moment. Do not go anywhere. Or go somewhere. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not your parent. But, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the show. I'm gonna go take a leak. BRB. God, I wish they did Storm Scourge. Because that would be cool.
Cheese for everyone!
Tea Earl Grey, hot.
I love the fact that there's just two dwarves wandering around obliviously in the middle of my tavern now. Shit. Well, dang. I think we should give the dwarves a break. What do you guys think, chat? Let's just hang out for a little bit and just let them be in there for a bit. Shoutouts to the two, just like wandering around completely obliviously. I'd like to see some singing or dancing. That'd be nice. I hope that we're all having a good Sunday, chat room. You know, I could hear the cheese for everyone from my toilet. These headphones, open back headphones, are real loud. They are really loud. You know, there was a time in my life when I really liked that song, Animal. We built this city. Hey, Gus. There was a time in my life where I really liked that song. The more I think about it, the more it just makes absolutely no sense ever. Like, it's like this actually just makes no sense. Period. Nothing about this song makes sense. Why do I like this song? It is bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. A bit? It's the only thing of value that band ever did, and it's hard to call it something of value. Yes, but some are more egregious than others, right? Some are far more egregious than others. And to me, that is most certainly an example of one of the more egregious ones. I'm really hoping that this helps the moods of some of these dwarves. If anybody would like a dwarf, by the way, just let me know. It's a lot of good moods, but I'm still pretty shocked and horrified upon seeing Zismar Pillar Perfect's dead body. Let's see how Animal's Dwarf is doing. Stab him all. Who recently got some murder under his belt. Apparently recently you said have no fear. You don't feel anything after being unable to pray. You didn't feel anything after being unable to practice a craft. You don't feel anything when you see dead bodies, but you do feel enjoyment and you are content when being near a waterfall. And you were interested after watching performance and you enjoyed watching performance. Delighted after watching a performance. I don't see any euphoric due to inebriation. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you have been euphoric recently. That's good. Stabby Mull is a happy mull. That's good. How many kills do you have? 2 notable kills. Aside from that, it's just kills. It's not bad. Your dwarf's done work. You've indeed done work. He's enraptured, remembering communing with Adrath. Yeah, no, you are a good dwarf. You've done good things for the fort. This one has 9 other kills. I wonder who our ace in the military is. I'm actually like kind of genuinely curious. 1 kill, killed a Crundle. Well, you've done work. Nighty has 6 kills. A bunch of them are Crundles, though. Lytast, you're the one with 1. Adil has no kills. You also have no kills. Some of these are very green. Radagast has 9 other kills and 1 notable. Snoonob. Hull Monsters. The Goblin. So this is Salon, the wrestler. Also has no kills. You're wielding an adamant shield, adamant greaves, and an adamant short sword. Alright, well you'll learn sorting eventually. Become a stabby dwarf as well. Good win, Gus. As well as Peter. 7 kills on this dwarf. Gus, did you have a dwarf? Ulfsalot, Kaiski. We'll just do a run through of all the named dwarves. Dragonman, Fuzzatron, Fabsmatic, Beardster, Shadowwraith, Jacques Treatment, Tapioke, Hobo, Kimper, Omen, Fleabum, Cactus, Hikijiki, Beelug, Turtlebear, Grunark, Peter Selly, Ereptipress, the Soap Maker, Spitalier, Arctic, Hoogaroo, Revok, Metroid, Radagast, Nighty, Tredge, Stabby, Irelitric, Dizen, Surgaz, Cathorius, and that's everything. You did have a mare a while ago. Would you like a dwarf? I don't see one named after you. If you'd like a dwarf, just let me know. You'd like a dwarf? Okay, what kind of dwarf would you like? I should probably continue the full sentences. In case it's not immediately aware, I am slightly out of it today. Slightly. Imagine, like, kind of getting knocked around in a mosh pit and then going to work. That's where I'm at right now. We could give you... I'm trying to think what kind of dwarf is not... you know, messed up in the head currently. How about a surgeon? No, that surgeon's depressed. How about a not depressed surgeon? It's the militia commander. Militia captain? Okay, we can do that. If I have an unnamed one, that is. There you go. You can be the ranged squad's captain. Gus. So you are the crossbow squad's militia captain. It's all great when we get to be merry together. Quick to heal, 134 years old, born on the 21st of Opal in the year 130. He has very long sideburns and they're neatly combed. And his hair is clean shaven. He personally finds leisure time wasteful and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. He's quick to heal. He likes onyx, cougar, leather, giant desert tortoise shell, the color dark violet, bolts and greaves, and traction benches, and amulets and splints, and wild boar for their tusks. And when possible, he prefers to consume apricot wine and linseed oil. And he hates mussels. Well, of course they must be neatly combed, otherwise you're not a very good dwarf, now are you? He is greatly pleased by his own looks and accomplishments, and he does not easily fall in love, and he rarely develops positive sentiments. He can sometimes act without deliberation, and he tends to reveal personal information. He prefers that everyone live as harmoniously as possible, and he tends to make a small mess with his own. Possessions. That's the word I'm looking for. And he doesn't seek out excitement, and he finds helping others emotionally rewarding. He lives in a fast-paced life, and he tends to stretch his body when he's thinking. He needs alcohol to get through the working day, and he is not distracted after being unable to pray to Nakas the Grey Saffron. And he's untroubled after spending time with people. Alright, that seems like enough of a break. Oopsies, that's the wrong alert. Time to let the dwarves out. Who let the dwarves out? Dwarven facial hair in general is pretty grand, though. So any good dwarf is gonna have lots of neatly combed facial hair. Shoutouts to this dwarf right here. You know? Not this dwarf. This dwarf, Fleabum. Fleabum used to be extremely depressed. Had a really hard couple of years in the fortress. Actually tantrumed a few times. Has a 6-month-old child that they're carrying. But I guess having the child brought joy into this dwarf's life. Because she was delighted after watching a performance recently, which was lovely. But she used to be haggard. But she's recovered. Personally believes it would be a fine thing if all time were leisure time. She dreams of raising a family and this dream was realized. It's good to see that the child has brought such joy to that dwarf's life. It's really tough watching dwarves just fall down and become depressed messes. It happens sometimes. Always kind of sad. Alright, let's grow pigtails. Plump helmets. Plump helmets. And pigtails. I was growing other things, but we ran out of seeds for them, so that's fine. You know, I'm just gonna start hollowing out this entire cavern. Let's do that. It's gonna take a bit of time, but we're gonna do it. No particular reasoning behind why we're doing it, we're just gonna do it. But I need to remember to ramp up so I get one layer above as well. Actually, you know what? No, don't ramp up. Just dig. And the reason we're not going to ramp up is because I don't want to accidentally channel into my own bedrooms. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel all of this. We're going to reset that to just be mined. And cancel some of the stuff in the middle here. There we go. Are you still alive, Mind? Did I read your name when I went through? Because I don't remember reading the word mind. If I did, then yes, I guess you are, but I don't see you on here. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're still alive, though. You're certainly talking in my chat. No. I don't think you are still alive. Let's actually check something. I can figure out pretty quick if you're alive. Oh, it doesn't actually show all of them. Oh, it does. Let's just scroll down. Scotty, Oswick's not Goffer. Max, Hayes, Kibbs, Spaceman, Pop-Tart Man, MXSC, C, Kaiser Corp, B-Lug, Lump, Lug, Animal, Scrumpet. Maybe... I don't see you on here. Did you even have a dwarf in this fort? I'll be honest with you guys, chat. I'm kind of starting to get bored of this fortress. I've been in this fortress for a long time. It's not that I don't like the fortress, it's just... I'm starting to run out of ideas, and I do have some ideas for bigger projects. So I might retire this fortress soon. Might do that at the end of today. Weaver Mechanic? I don't see you under Weavers. Certainly not our one mechanic. Yeah, I don't see you. Do you really want me to go through every single slab? When I just went through the list of the ones that we'd already made and I didn't see the name? You think you immigrated? Yeah, I'm not going through every single one of those, I'm sorry. Maybe I expelled you? It's possible. I did certainly expel some dwarves earlier. 88, and that's the list of dead and missing. Although a lot of those are not dwarves. It's also very possible that, like, you're just missing. It's very possible you're just missing. It's like some of them never did show up. Like, we never did find this pig's body. It's probably up on the surface. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, man. Man, my brain is just not working today. Like, I'm having a really hard time talking. I'm out of adamant strands, apparently. Are we not making strands? Nope, we're still extracting strands and we still have adamant. Weird. The humans look like they're gonna leave soon. A lot of them are panicking. Hobo has created a masterpiece sheep bone bracelet. See, I apologize for kind of the patchy commentary today. But it's a little quiet today because it's a Sunday, and Sundays tend to be pretty quiet, if that makes sense. Sundays tend to be pretty quiet in general, and so it's going to be a quiet stream kind of from the get-go, and I'm like half here. I'm like 40 to 50% here right now. Fleabum is seeking infant. I don't know, chat room. What do you guys think we should do with this fortress? Because I'm starting to really just run out of ideas. I have so much adamant. Like, make hell fighting away? I don't really want to just fight hell, though. Like, it's... Pull the lever? Which lever? Are you saying, like, just let the humans in? Why would I do that? I can't mind. I actually can't. I did earlier, but the problem is the surface is so rotten with everything. Opening up to the surface will just immediately cause my dwarves to have panic attacks. I did already, Fuzzatron. That's why they're attacking me. But back when I could still access the surface. I don't know, like, I don't know what else to do with this fortress. Like, I need a goal, and I kind of achieved it. Physically bury them in adamant? I don't have that much adamant. Yes, animal. Do you remember how this fortress almost died earlier? It's because we were trying to clean up the surface. There's like maybe... Uh-oh. Did this bat just push my dwarf into the water? Yes, it did. Who is this? It's a giant bat. I know that much. Who is the dwarf that you just shoved into the water? Dastot, the miner. Well, R.I.P. this dwarf. Unless you can swim real well. Nope, you're dead. Alright, giant bat. We gotta kill you, I'm afraid. That poor dwarf. Giant bat, not to be confused with a Batman. Come on, dwarves. To swim? Kind of. But you usually lose a lot of dwarves in the process. Alright, dwarves, where are you at? Can we please go kill that? I really wish that they would just get out there and kill it. But instead they're all picking up equipment. Hopefully they get out there and do that quickly. Oh, there they go. Yeah, no, I mean, you can... Basically what you need to do is you need to put them in flowing water that's just above their head, but, like... They don't exactly enjoy it. And it's not really worth it. Because then when they fall in the water, it's still highly likely that they'll die. Doran the Jeweler withdraws from society. Like this dwarf's probably really good at swimming, this poet, who's trying to leave the fortress via the lake. I don't know, chat. I guess I'll just ask this. How badly do you guys want me to keep doing this fortress? Do you guys... anyway, Animal, do me a huge favor and don't just be like, do thing that you've said many times that you're not gonna do, Kappa, because when I'm asking what you want to see out of this fortress, that is a really good way to just make me ignore everything else you say for the remainder of the stream. This area is almost 200 Z levels deep. There's no fucking way in hell we're doing that. No fucking way in hell. It would take way too long. And be incredibly tedious. You'd love to see a new fort? I mean, it's like, here's the thing. I'm not just looking for people saying, hey, yeah, go start a new fort. I'm looking for people who actually, like, either have cool ideas for this fortress that are actually interesting and not just, oh, raid the baddies a lot. Well, that's not an option right now, unfortunately. If I send my army outside, we die. Because they all have cave adaptation. We're gonna get a brilliant cut gem from the looks of things. So if we go outside, my dwarves all pass out and start vomiting everywhere, and then the humans just slaughter us. That's what happens if we go outside right now. Which is why I'm not going outside, because I know that there's nothing we can do. And they weren't able to slaughter the giant bat. Can actually be done with water? In what way? Currently, I'm using it as power. I could pump it up somewhere and put it in a reservoir, potentially. That wouldn't be too difficult. But I'd probably need more power. From where I'm at, not a huge amount. What ideas do I have for a new fort? Basically none at this point. But also, my brain is mush at this exact moment in time. It's been a while since I've done a volcano fort. Wouldn't mind doing another volcano fort. Making some sort of elaborate magma trap. Could be fun. And also immediately having access to magma forges would also be fun. But we'd have to gen a new world for that, because the only volcano in this world is not settleable, unfortunately. Because it's out in the middle of an ocean. Actually, no, it's not in the middle of an ocean. Oopsies. Don't hit Windows key. That's bad. Yeah, it's in the middle of an unsettleable mountain range, so... We wouldn't be able to settle there if we wanted to. I could go there in adventure mode, but that's it. If I'm open to generating a new map? Oh, I'm always open to generating a new map. I mean, what else would we do in this world if I were to make a new fortress in this world? Like, we've been just sitting here for ages. There's this pretty neat little area up here. The Dune of Budding. Which could be cool. There's all these elves over here. We could settle in the other dwarven faction on the other side and go to war with the elves. In a short fort series? I mean, I've watched all of the short forts. Like, there's a few ideas of things that I've wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to do a volcano because we haven't done one of those in a while. It really depends on what map you get, though. Yeah, right now we're too far away from elves to really go on a crusade against the elves. We could also try and settle around here. I think this area is all aquifered up, though, which we could deal with. You've never founded a fortress close to the elves? I have. could also go really far south down here, because there's a couple lakes down here. And then like, but I think my camera's actually covering it. Hold on. We could go way down here, and settle on one of these lakes, or like on the ocean or something, and then just try and remove these elves. We're actually at war with some of them. It's interesting. Never mind, those are goblins that have taken over it. Are you referencing Batman? Isn't Dark Knight the Batman films? Clue Twitch? I'm not sure what this has to do with Batman exactly. Also, hey, Userin. Is there a way of asking the dwarf caravan which products to bring? To mass select or mass toggle priority? Going through hundreds of items is a pain. Not without DF hack. With DF hack, you can shift and then hold shift and then left and right. So if you're playing vanilla, no. But if you're using DF hack, yes, you can. So here's the problem. Regardless, we can't end this fortress or retire it until this siege is over. So we need to wait the siege out. Or we need them to actually fight with us, which would be nice. Because they are just slowly dying and leaving at this point. You know, let's try opening the door again. We have a mandate. What's that mandate? Make high boots. Let's just make 2 high boots. Did I set those to be pulled? Yeah, I did. Can you die a glorious death? I cannot make you die in any way. Your dwarf has to go kill yourself in a glorious way. Here's the thing. I'd really like to be able to fight with these humans. They actually have to come into the fortress in order for that to happen, though. Like, I'd really like to kill them. But they need to come into the fortress, because we can't go out to them. If we go out to them, you will just start vomiting and die. Or actually, you'll start vomiting and then they'll run up to you and slice your head off. And that's not exactly glorious. Doran the Jeweler has created. It's fun. Do you even know what exclamation point, fun, exclamation point means? If something has 2 exclamation points, it means it's on fire. Just for reference. Just a fort idea. In Dark Knight 3, Bane captures Batman and puts him in a prison in a huge hole. I mean, isn't that every fort, kind of? Just a huge hole. Anyway, Doran the Jeweler has created a wax opal cabinet and claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Locum Lash Basins. Well, that's cool. Actually made furniture. It's worth 24,000, not very much. This is a wax opal cabinet. All Craftor ship is of the highest quality. It menaces with spikes of wax opal. So, but anyway, animal, by definition, it's not fun. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Because it's not on fire if you just die. That is literally the opposite. There's no point where you catch on fire. So thus it can't be fun in that way. Alright, humans. Can you come inside, please? Just come fight us. I guess we're not gonna get them invading us anytime soon, are we? Humans are annoying. Screw it. Your poor eyes. Your poor eyes indeed. I hope that your eyes start to feel better soon. Yeah, I also didn't watch Dark Knight 3. I only watched the first one and I really didn't like it. I found it extremely boring. I know it was a very popular movie at the time, but I never really enjoyed those movies. That whole take on Batman was just very uninteresting to me for some reason. As long as we can fight them in shelter, we're okay. So hopefully they come and fight us once we start killing them. Who's in the lead? Let's follow this dwarf. Instead of me jumping around with the camera constantly. You know, I enjoyed this map, but because there's no trees or anything on it, it's just hard to look at. Personally. Alright, so we need the dwarves to actually station, unless they're gonna do what I think they're doing, which is go and pick up equipment. At which point I need to just say, okay, screw it, let's go kill these humans. If I could find Animal, I'd follow him, but he doesn't seem to be up here yet, so. I don't know what you're going to go pick up, but hope it's worth it. I never liked the character of Joker. He just seems so cliche, because I'd seen him in so many things. Alright, and the fight begins. Human immediately dies. Alright, looks like one of my dwarves is running in first, Salon. You know what? Screw it. Didn't want to do it this way. Really didn't want to do it this way. But we're gonna go in. Who are we following? There's Metroid. There's Athil. There's Radagast. Let's follow Radagast. Look at all those arrows flying. Why are you walking so slowly? Okay, you're walking in the wrong direction. I'm just seeing teeth fly up into the sky. Like if I was up here. Yeah, see? Bits and pieces are literally flying into the air. Looks like Salon's downed. We're gonna follow Ashen. Can I get a round of beers in chat for these dwarves in battle? Up on the surface. Brave bastards. We're in battle. It's glorious. Well, it's teeth and bones. Teeth and bone fragments. Salon the Wrestler's been found dead. Seagulls in fight light test. Ton, Metroid, Ashen. Stabby Maul, there's Animal. We'll follow you. Hopefully less dead dwarfs than that. Bubblehead. Hopefully more just comfy dwarves back in the tavern. We're certainly cutting through them. Are you fighting with a human? What are you doing currently? Apparently we killed all of them. So, oh no! I lost a Swordmaster. A really trick. We haven't won yet. Don't preemptively say that you've won. We'll still also probably need to come back and collect our dead, most likely. Animal is dodging arrows. Seems to have done a pretty good job of it. Are those entrails? Splattering of human blood. No, it's not. I really thought those were entrails for a second there. Alright, let's see how many are still alive and where they are, primarily. Alright, well, most of them are up here on the hill. Ah, that's the dwarf that died. So who's this up here? That's Tredge. I've lost 2 dwarves from the main squad. 1 from the B team. And then the C team as well. Tredge seems to have killed 1, maybe 2. He's dodging around a whole bunch, fighting with another human who's downed. Ooh, that was a nasty hit. Come on, dude, careful. Seems to have kind of lunged himself over. Getting some more hits in. He's panicking. Don't panic, dwarf. Teeth are literally flying up into the area from the lower levels. As my dwarves charge in. The fight is over. We've won the fight. Now you can use the win command if you really want. Or rather, the siege is done. He's probably panicking because he saw the dwarf die. Welcome. Tredge was found dead. Took a pretty bad arrow to the head, from the looks of things. It's another Swordmaster dead. Seems to call for a more greenish version. It's not vomit. Maybe if it was vomit. It's a laser, sir. See if I can get them all inside. It's like I'd consider that argument, but that's not a skeleton puking. It's a skeleton shooting a laser out of its face. So if it was a skeleton puking, I would consider your disgusting request. But no. We do not need a greenish version of my laser. Exactly, animal. Exactly. Now I'm just waiting for all my dwarves to get back inside. Locum the planter's been found dead. Another dwarf is dead. Alright, well, looks like most of the dwarves are back inside. So if we pop down one layer, how many more do we still have to walk in? Yeah, we lost 4 dwarves in that fight. 4 good swords masters. Which is a damn shame. But the siege is over. And you know what that means? Chat room? That means that these dwarves can settle into the monotony of day to day. For the Fortress of Darkale, achieved many goals. We rehabilitated the population after tantrum spirals. We're hollowing out caverns. And we are the guardians of the underground highway. We drained underground lakes, fought many forgotten beasts, and explored the depths, and even mined out a great deal of adamant, safely, without angering the gods of below. And to those of you who have, yes, we're gonna retire it. For those of you who have taken the time to watch this fortress on Twitch, thank you. And I hope that you guys will join me and hang out while we generate a new world. Well, actually, no, maybe not. Let's just embark elsewhere in this world and make a new fortress. I hit the wrong button. I have to reload it. Meh. Habits. So let's do a roll call. How many people are listening to the channel right now? So currently there's 53 viewers. It's been a little bit of a quiet day. Well, let's just kind of do a raise your hand in chat type deal. So my friend is aiming to be here at about 4:30. Currently, it is 1:50. Okay, let's continue playing because I need to actually retire this fortress. End of Darkale. Yeah. Long story short, I'm bored. I'm not going to abandon it. I'm just going to retire it. Yep, it's 150. Open help? Nah.